So the Nintendo Switch has been out for a short while now, and while a lot of early reviews are packed with hype, hot takes and first impressions, we want to let the dust settle to give you our honest thoughts post-launch, especially as handhelds seem to be gaining a lot of momentum recently. After updates have rolled out, after people have spent time actually living with the console, and after you've had the chance to really understand what it's all about. So if you're still wondering, is it still worth it? Especially if you're buying it as a gift or upgrading from the original Switch itself, in this video, we go through it all for you. We talk about what's in the box, what's new, where it really shines, and who's it perfect for, and what you think about before spending your hard-earned money. Let's get into it. First up, here's what you get inside the box. You get a Nintendo Switch 2 console itself with a larger 7.9-inch LCD display. You get the bigger redesigned Joy-Con controllers and its premium matte black finish. You get a brand new, more rounded dock, a USB charger, a HDMI cable, a Joy-Con grip, and the usual paperwork. So right out of the box, you get a much more premium feeling console over the Switch 1. So let's talk about what's actually new with the Switch 2, and it's more than just a visual refresh. First, the screen. It now has a 7.9-inch full HD LCD display with a 1080p resolution, HDR10 support, and a variable refresh rate of up to 120Hz. It's a big leap from the original 720p display, much sharper, smoother, and more vibrant. Now it's still an LCD, not an OLED, so you won't get the deepest blacks or the pixel-perfect motion clarity, but the HDR and the resolution bump make it noticeably different. Performance-wise, it's had a real upgrade. The new chip, although it won't compete with the Steam Deck or the PS5, game loads much faster, frame rates are more stable, and transitions between menus and modes feel snappier, especially in the Nintendo online store, which felt seriously sluggish. This thing isn't trying to compete with the likes of the PlayStation 5, but for Nintendo titles, it absolutely does what we've been waiting for, which is ideal for long car rides or quiet evenings. But do expect this to drop with more intense games like Cyberpunk or high refresh rates. The Joy-Cons themselves have been refined, not just in feel, but in functionality. They're slightly more ergonomic, have a redesigned clicking function, which is much better than the original slide rails, improved response, bigger buttons and joysticks that make using them a much better experience overall. The one standout feature is a new mouse-like pointer functionality. This lets you navigate the menus or supported games with greater precision, almost like using Wii-style remote, but smoother and more responsive. We're not 100% sure this will see loads of use, but it's especially handy in puzzle games, creative apps, or even for players with accessibility needs, and opens doors to developers who may want to use the new upcoming games. And lastly, yes, it supports backwards compatibility. Most of your Nintendo Switch 1 games will work right out of the box, so if you're upgrading, you're not starting from scratch, and your old games will get a new lease of life. So who's the console really perfect for? Whether it's shared between siblings, or used by a child and parent, the Switch 2 fits into the day-to-day family setup. You can dock it to the TV, take it on the go, or hand it to your kids in handheld mode in the car. The flexibility is a big win for parents and kids alike. Nintendo's parental controls are really another standout. You can monitor and limit screen time from your phone, restrict certain types of content, or even pause the system remotely. That's something most other consoles just don't do nearly as well. It's also perfect for local multiplayer, which is something Nintendo have always done really well. The Joy-Cons can be split into two controllers for quick co-op games, and what titles like Mario Kart World are designed for. It's something that I think Nintendo do extremely well with their growing list of original games. And if you're already a fan of Nintendo's exclusive games, this is really a no-brainer. Franchises like Zelda, Mario, Pokemon, and Animal Crossing are only going to get better, and the Switch 2 unlock their full potential with smoother frame rates, quicker loading, and that sharper screen, which will really make your older favourites new again. This console shines in a few key ways. Portability. Don't get me wrong, the dock is great, especially now with the 4K integrated fans and Ethernet port. But the handheld mode is really why you buy this console. From the sofa, to the train, to the backseat of the car, or just laid in bed, this is what it is designed for, and where it comes into its own and really adapts around your lifestyle. Game library. Nintendo's exclusive games are ultimately why you would buy this console, and they focus on quality, polished, age-appropriate titles. It's a big deal, especially for younger players in particular. You're not wading through broken games, ads, or microtransactions in every corner, which you tend to get on other consoles these days. Ease of use. It's simple. Turn it on, tap your game, and you're playing in seconds. For parents or kids who don't want complex setups, it's a breath of fresh air. Connectivity. The online game chat and connectivity has taken a big leap, making online play with friends much, much better. Now, if you plan to pick one up, here's a few things we'd recommend to get the most out of it. First, plan for storage. The Switch 2 comes with 256GB built in, but digital games fill that up really quickly. A micro SD card or even 128GB is a low-cost add-on that makes a huge difference. Second, set up your parental controls. It's quick and it lets you monitor playtime, restrict certain games, or just make sure the kids aren't racking up purchases. Third, explore your payment options. Some retailers are offering interest-free finance that makes it more manageable, especially if you're buying around the holidays. If you're struggling to be accepted for finance, then consider applying with us at Family Vision, where we take your whole situation into account. Fourth, choose the right games to start with. If it's for younger kids, you can't go wrong with Animal Crossing, Mario Kart, or Super Mario Wonder, that the whole family can play together. Fifth, think about your setup. If it's mostly used in handheld mode, a protective travel case is a must. If you're playing it on the TV a lot, consider picking up a second controller for your couch multiplayer. And lastly, know what to expect from the screen. The LCD screen is a big improvement over the original Switch. It's brighter, supports HDR, and has faster refresh rates, but it's still not OLED. If you're used to deep contrast from an OLED phone or TV, it won't quite match that, but for day-to-day use, it looks great. Before you make your decision, let's be clear about what the Switch is not. You won't get your ultra-realistic graphics like other consoles. It's also not a Steam Deck, which is essentially a portable gaming PC designed for enthusiasts who want to tweak settings, install mods, or play PC-exclusive titles. Those devices come with shorter battery life, larger sizes, more noise, and a greater complexity, which can be overwhelming. Where the Switch 2 really stands out is its family friendliness, flexibility, and simplicity. You don't have to worry about drivers, compatibility issues, or lengthy installs. You just turn it on, pick it up, and start playing. So, is the Nintendo Switch 2 really worth it? For families, absolutely. For Nintendo fans, definitely. And for anyone who missed the first Switch, this is the best possible place to jump in. It's not built to compete with the ultra high-end consoles in terms of raw specs, but it's never been Nintendo's goal. It's a console built around accessibility, flexibility, and fun. And on those fronts, it delivers. Whether you're gaming with your kids, taking it on the go, or reliving your favorite Nintendo franchises, the Switch 2 just fits. It's fun, it works, and it's built to fit around your life. And if you're buying one for Christmas or as a family gift, check the description. I've included links to the best Switch 2 bundles and where you can spread the cost with our best finance options. Thanks for watching and happy gaming.